Hello everybody, Dr. Bakes here, back with a review for y'all. Sorry why I burped there. Had some food not too long ago, but I'll try to keep it under control here in the video. But anyways, everyone, a follow-up for my previous video, everybody. Two of the retrospective videos for 2020, everybody. Y'all saw the last video I did, top 5 male wrestlers of 2020. But in case y'all haven't seen that, do remember watch this one before watching this one, everybody. Do remember watch that before watching this one, everyone. Get full context, everybody. Yeah. But for those of you who already watched the video, I did bring up I was going to be doing a list for the top 5, my picks for the top 5 female wrestlers of 2020. That's what I'm going to be here to do today, everybody. So, not going to go too long explaining things, everybody. Same rules as last time. The day is about personal opinion, you don't have to agree, but please be respectful down in the comments if you disagree with the list there, or if there's someone I did not bring up in my list, in my countdown, everybody. And as previously mentioned, everyone, well, I did watch a little bit of everything, everybody. I mostly watch AEW and WWE this past year, so my top 5, I guess this is for wrestlers from those two companies there. However, I will have a couple of honorable mentions. Well, technically one honorable mention. That's not from either WWE or AEW, but I do have one honorable mention for AEW there, but I did not watch but she did a lot of stuff out. She came in the later half of 2020 for AEW there, and she did a lot of stuff before then. I did not watch it there until recently. So she's honorable mention there, and I do have one honorable mention for WWE, everybody. So I'll mention our mentions here real quick. They will get right into the top 5, everyone. First, I'll mention everybody will be going to Jordynne Grace from Impact Wrestling. By Jordynne Grace, she had a very solid 2020. She ended up defeating Taya Valkyrie there earlier last year there, and Taya Valkyrie she holds the record for the longest reign Knockouts champion, Impact Wrestling. Her title rank came ahead at Jordynne Grace last year there. Jordynne Grace, she was a very solid champion there. She had a good title defense as a Knockouts champion there for Impact Wrestling. And although her reign did come to an end around the halfway point last year when Impact Wrestling's anniversary, where she lost the title to the Peraza. However, she still maintained a very strong position on the roster there, even after losing the title there. As she had a chance to challenge a couple times last year, challenging for the X Division Championship there. Made the second woman to challenge for the title there, with the first one being for Impact Wrestling World Champion, Tessa Blanchard. And she ended off 2020 participating in the Knockouts Tag Championship Revival Tournament there, where Impact Wrestling brought back the Knockouts Tag Championships there. And she teamed up with Jazz during the tournament there. And her and Jazz had a strong performance in the tournament there. Sorry about the birthday. I'm trying to keep the control there. I feel like maybe about time before we'll see her and Jazz come tag champions. My personal opinion by so. Sorry, give her a burp, everyone. Anyways, Jordynne Grace, the first I'll mention on the list here, the first and the only non-AEW and WWE wrestler on the honorable mentions are one. Second honorable mention might be the AEW honorable mention, would that be Thunder Rosa. She appeared at AEW during the latter half there, I believe in August 2020 there. She did a very good job since appearing there. She was doing great, in-ring work there, and great mic work as well there. And while AEW's had a very, while AEW's been doing a very good job these past couple of years there, a common criticism I have heard, for AEW there is that its women's division is not as strongly developed as its tag team and singles division for the men there. But then when Thunder Rosa appeared there, she definitely shake things up the women's division there. And I felt like she'd been doing her part to help, get more name recognition for the AEW women's division there. However, majority last year there, she did have a very strong title reign as the NWA Women's Champion. With the National Wrestling Alliance. But I didn't watch that title. I didn't watch. It's been a while since I watched the NWA there. So I did not. So I missed out on her title reign there. And it was only until recently I've been watching some of her matches from or during her reign as the NWA Women's Champ. So that's she's not mentioned here on the list there, but nevertheless, she's been doing very good so far. AEW, I feel like I predict we'll see her as a Women's Champion sometime in 2021. Final mention from WWE is a Becky Lynch. Now, everyone shouldn't be too surprised, Becky being honorable mention there, not in the top 5, because she did miss out on the majority of the year there after she announced her pregnancy there, and she vacated the Raw Women's Championship there. And it's up in the air whether she'll be coming back to WWE there and stuff like that. Like I said, she still have her, for the time she was around, she had very strong. She did very strong during the year there, continuing her historical title reign as the Raw Women's Champion. Face off against the likes of Asuka and Shayna Baszler for the title there. And part of me wants to see Becky come back there if she does decide not to come back there and focus on being a mother there to her and Seth Rollins' child there, and I'm probably fine with that there. That her her title rate wasn't I thought that'd be a good way for her enough career there. Becky Lynch, she was always been one of my favorite female wrestlers in WWE, and I was very happy to see her go up to the build herself up as one of the biggest stars for WWE there and stuff like that. And she definitely left the impact there. She is gonna be remembered there. If she does, like I say, if she does decide to not come back to wrestling there, but to her, yeah. Yeah, sorry for everyone. But like I said before, she did walk out there. I'll give her honorable mention there. But for the time she was around, she did great work as usual there, and I'm happy for Becky there, whatever she does next there, whether it be continue wrestling there or focus on other careers, and or just focus on being a mother there and stuff like that. So yeah. Well, that concludes the honorable mention. Everyone, now we get into the top 5, everyone. And we're coming at number 5. We have Charlotte Flair. Now, everybody. Now, some people might be a little annoyed to see Charlotte Flair on the list, since she is starting to get down that same level. Compared to John Cena reigns there, or she looking to be too strong there, where she WWE's more focused on just giving her more and more accomplishments there instead of building up different superstars there and stuff like that. While Charlotte was absent, for the second half, for the majority of the second half of 2020 there, due to injury she suffered there. Plus, we seen Charlotte become champion, plenty times already there, so can't really see her do nothing much new recently on this past year there, But like I said, Charlotte, she still had a very strong 2020 there. She won the Women's Royal Rumble last year there. She managed to have, and she won the NXT Championship from Rhea Ripley at this past year's WrestleMania. And she ended off the year becoming Women's Tag Champions along with Asuka there. So Charlotte still had a relatively strong 2020 there. But pretty much everyone, reason she'll revive everybody because we have already seen Charlotte enough in the main event, in the women's main event picture, playing times already there. Can't really I do much new or crazy this past year. She was out with injury for the second half. She missed the majority of the second half of 2020 there. And her NXT Women's Championship title reign was rather lackluster one there. With Triple H promised that there would be a big payoff there. But whenever Charlotte lost the title, she was not the one who got pinned there. It was Rhea Ripley. So, and then after that, Charlotte just went back to being on Raw. So, yeah. But Charlotte, she's still a relatively strong year in 2020 this past year. So, more enough to put her number 5 on the list here, buddy. And by number 4, it goes to the current AEW Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida. Everybody, Hikaru Shida, she's been one of my favorite wrestlers at AEW there. And I feel like, out of all the superstars, they, been doing their best to entertain people during the pandemic era there. I feel like she definitely did do a great job doing that there. Now, she was in a relatively strong position this time last year there, but things don't really kick off further when she won the AEW Women's World Championship from Nyla Rose at Double or Nothing. She's been a very strong champion there for AEW. It's already the second strongest champion AEW's had, in my personal opinion. The first one being Jon Moxley there, in terms of how well booked they've been, stuff like that there. How dominant they've been there, stuff like that. And she's been making history with the Women's Championship, becoming the longest reigning Women's Champion in AEW history there. And she defended title against the likes of Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, and others in the AEW Women's roster there. And also, everybody told us going to be continuing to go strong in 2020. There was her recently defending the Women's Championship against Abaddon at New Year's Bash there. But Hikaru Shida, the reason she's not up higher on the list there was because, two reasons why I feel like the other women I got up the top 3 had overall, had a stronger year compared to her there. Plus, second reason, not Hikaru Shida's fault herself there. More of AEW's there, like I previously mentioned there. Common criticism I've been hearing for AEW there, so that their women's division is not as strong as their tag team and men's divisions there. And, well, I do feel like WWE's... sorry, not WWE, Brave Force. Sorry, my brain for that. Well, AEW has slowly but surely been getting there. Yeah, I do feel like they should have more time for women for the women to develop the roster. To show they have more women. They have what they're capable of doing the rig there, and have them more interested storylines there and stuff like that. And with the all the cars should have been doing great there. AEW has been kind of not giving the women's division as much attention as now stuff like that. Yeah, compared to the tag team and men's division there. So yeah, hopefully they'll fix that up in 2021 there. She's been a great champion so far for AEW, and I hope she gets to see her title reign there going into 2021. So yeah. Number 3, everybody, we got the current NXT Women's Champion, everybody, that'd be Io Shirai. Everybody, Io Shirai, she's been, ever since I started watching NXT more consistently there, she's been one of my favorite women to watch on NXT there. And I felt like 2020 wasn't going to be a strong year for her, and I was right. Io Shirai's been one of the top women for NXT's Women's roster there. And we all knew it was going to be a matter of time before she became champion there. And she managed to get win the big one last year at NXT Your House. NXT TakeOver Your House, when she defeated Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, because the NXT was champion. She'd been a very strong champion there. Defending title against the likes of Rhea Ripley and Dakota Kai and Castle Ray and others so far. So it looks like she'll be having strong competition going into 2021 there, with the likes of Toni Storm and Raquel Gonzalez gonna be going for the Women's Championship there. So she's been a fighting champion there. She put on a great match there. I'm hoping Tyler Rainbow continue a little bit longer here, so and her 2021 will be a strong year for her as well there. So yeah. Coming at number 2, everybody, we have Asuka. Everybody, we see different WWE superstars having a chance to shine there, and stuff like that during the pandemic era one. But definitely one of the biggest stars that managed to shine during the pandemic era was Asuka there. Now, she was already having a relatively strong 2020, starting things out with the Women's Tag Champions, along with Kairi Sane. They would lose the championships to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross at last year's WrestleMania there. But it wouldn't take long for Asuka to get a championship once again there, as she would win the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match up there, and a night where Becky Lynch announced her pregnancy there. She revealed that the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match was for the Raw Women's Championship there, and with Asuka winning the match, she was then declared the new Raw Women's Champion there. Also been a very strong champion there. She's been having great matches there this past year. There was a bit of a minor hiccup there where she lost the Women's Championship briefly to Sasha Banks, where she was a feud with her and Bayley there. And she had some, pre-one-sided defenses there. Defended the title, get the Royal Championship against the likes of Lana and Zelina Vega this past year. But also, she definitely shined this past year. And she had things off there. She had things off in 2020. Like I said, previously mentioned with Charlotte Flair becoming Women's Tag Champions along with her. Could possibly see a feud between the two of them lead up into WrestleMania there. So. Also definitely shined this past year. But there was one win, or technically 2 wins, that managed to outshine her this past year. Which brings me to number 1, everybody. And everybody had picking 2 in there for my number 1 slot, everybody. Now, And since those two, these two women have had one of the longest storylines there this past, one of the longest and best storylines this past year. And Silver Asuka managed to shine during this past year there and stuff like that. But both these women were intertwined this past year. I feel like it's hard to separate them, put them in two different slots there for this list. Everybody number one wants a tie between Sasha Banks and Bayley. Everyone, Bayley, she don't need much explanation there. Started off in 2019, but 2020, she definitely evolved her heel character there. And she made history become the longest reigning SmackDown champion in WWE history, holding on to the championship for 308 days. However, out of the majority of that time right there, she had Sasha Banks help her out there. And her and Sasha would dominate other areas, the women's division there, with the two of them become women's tag champions once again. And Sasha briefly on to Raw Championship once again there by defeat Asuka. And thus, Sasha, Bayley, and all had the Wiz championships at one point last year there. So, but one thing we kept wondering, when was the guy have to win? We're gonna see either Bayley turn on Sasha or Sasha turn on Bayley. And a lot of people were expected to be Sasha being the one to turn on Bayley there, and because but it turned the other way around, as Sasha and Bayley, when they lost their rematch to Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax for the Women's Tag Championships there, Bayley ended up attacking Sasha Banks there. And thus, those two finally began their feud for Women's Championship there. They ended up having 3 different matches there for the championship. On the first one, they did a disqualification there with Bayley retaining. Their second matchup there, they had one of the best. They had a match of your contender last year with the Women's Hell in a Cell match, where Sasha Bayley battled out for the SmackDown Women's Championship there, where Sasha Banks. There a brutal match between the two of them. Sasha Banks finally came out on top, and she became the new SmackDown Women's Champion there. Those two would have one final matchup there on SmackDown, where Sasha would manage to defeat Bayley there. Well, there were some odd decisions there, like having Sasha and Bayley win all the championships. All the championships all the women's championships in WWE at one time there. The long term, the story between Sasha and Bayley was one of the strongest, one of the longest and strongest storylines this past year. And it had a very great payoff to it there. With the long history between Sasha and Bayley there, a great history the two of them had. They made the storyline work there. Plus, they had great matches there. Not just with other women there, but with themselves too. Whenever they finally started feuding for the SmackDown Women's Championship there. It's hard to not say that they don't deserve the number 1 spot there. So, really great work both Sasha and Bayley have had this past year there. So yeah, I'll bet that 2021 will be a strong year for 2021. Will be a strong year for them as well. So. Well, everyone, that concludes my top 10. Everybody, So Sasha Bailey at number 1 there. So yeah, sorry, the top 5 made Sasha Bailey at number 1 there. So that pretty much wraps things up here, everybody. I will have one more 2020 retrospective video planned for this month, everybody. Although there will be a minor change to it there. I'll get to that once I'll get to that summer viewer one. But until then, if you all enjoyed this video, if you liked what you saw here, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so we will be seeing the uploads here on the channel. See you next time. Have a big sign up. Peace.